Dion, Tay, Carl, come look at this.
The Chicago White Sox, one of the oldest teams in Major League Baseball. Born in 1901, they were scrappy, bold, and unpredictable. A reflection of the city they played for. By 1917, they were on top of the world, World Series champions. But that glory wouldn't last, because then came 1919, the Black Sox scandal. 8 men banned from the game, including shoeless Joe Jackson. The name White Sox became synonymous with betrayal. And just like that, they were no longer baseball heroes. They were baseball's villains. For decades, they just wandered through baseball's wilderness. A few flashes of brilliance, but mostly heartbreak. They became known for bad trades, empty seats, and a legendary fiasco called Disco Demolition Night. Spoiler alert, it did not go well. But then 2005.
Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmeiro over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
Out of nowhere, they shocked the world. A scrappy, no-nonsense squad led by Ozzie Guillen that didn't just win. They swept the Astros in the World Series. After 88 long years, the White Sox were finally back on top. Since 2005? Whew, pain. Rebuild after rebuild, new managers, new promises, same old heartbreak. They call it progress. But progress don't feel like watching your team lose 100 games this past season. Oof. I mean, last season was straight up comedy, if it wasn't so sad. Worst record in baseball, players fighting each other, fans leaving before the 7th inning. It's like the club at closing time. They weren't just losing, they were losing ugly. And just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, the White Sox go and hire Connor fucking O'Neill. Connor O'Neill, the coach from Hardball.
What's up, Kofi? You scared of the ball?
They brought him on to save the franchise.
What?
I guess they figured they couldn't get no worse than what they were doing. Connor came in standing on business. You hear me? Walk in your trap, take over your trap. First order of business, fire everybody. Coaching staff, whole coaching staff gone. He shook shit up. The man changed the whole name from the White Sox to the Kekambas. I'm telling you, he shook shit up. The man changed the game. He fires the whole coaching staff and brings in his squad. And I'm talking legends. Jimmy Dugan. Yeah, from A League of Their Own. You know, there's no crying in baseball. Yeah, that guy.
There's no crying in baseball.
Legend. You know him, you love him. Just don't cry around him. Lou Brown. Yeah, Major League. Give him the heater.
Give him the heater.
Yes, sir, the man who turned the Cleveland Indians around. Can he do it again? With these Kekambas and the wise old sage himself, Mr. Myrtle.
That's where you stand.
If you know, you know. Sandlot, my boy. And when I tell you the man cut the whole team, the man cut the whole team. They had to start from scratch. Jimmy Dugan started off the calls. He called up Dottie Henson and Kit Keller at the grocery store. Just so happened that Amanda Whurlitzer from the Bad News Bears was hanging out with them, so we got her on the team too. Connor chimes in with the call. He calls up Clarence Smith, Jamal Jackson, and Jefferson Albert Tibbs III while they were doing their podcast, and they all said they was in for G-Baby. Lou Brown, not to be outdone, called up Pedro Serrano. Yeah, he was at church with Joe Boo, but he said he was going to play anyway. He said Joe Boo says it's time. Mr. Myrtle did not disappoint with his call to the great Hambino, Hamilton Porter, and Benny the Jet Rodriguez while they were at Little League practice. They said, hell yeah, They doing it for G-Baby. Jimmy D puts in a call to the one and the only Kenny Powers from Eastbound and Down. He was on the beach chilling, but he said fuck yes for G-Baby. Connor coming in hot, calling Miles Penfield, Andre Peets, and Ray Bennett while they were at the barbershop. And you know they were in for G-Baby. Lou Brown letting it ride, calling Ricky the Wild Thing Vaughn while he was in his garage fixing cars. He says, hell yeah, he'll come and save our asses for G-Baby. Mr. Murder back on his bullshit with this call to Stan the Man Ross from Mr. 3000. He said he'll have 3,000 hits this season just for G-Baby. Jimmy D reached across the movie aisle and called Crash Davis and one Ebby Nuke LaLoosh from Bull Durham while they were sitting, chilling, watching a baseball game. And of course they were in for G-Baby. Mr. Myrtle chimed back in, calling Scotty Smalls and Kenny DeNunez while they were at work. And it just so happened that they worked with the rookie himself, Mr. Henry Rowan-Gardner. And they all left work early to report to the team for G-Baby. Lou Brown jumped back in the game, and he did not waste this call to the fastest man alive, Willie Mays Hayes, while he was on set shooting one of his Blade movies. He didn't really know who G-Baby was, but he said yes anyways. Now Connor mustered up the courage to call Kofi and ask him if he would play in his little brother G-Baby's honor. Kofi was playing video games and said, Coach, I'm in. And I'm with G-Baby right now, and he wants to play too. Apparently, G-Baby only died in the movie. And now we have the star of the team and our ace pitcher. G-Baby! Then Connor calls me. While I was sitting at home with my trophies, watching myself score 5 touchdowns in the Super Bowl, and hell yes, I'm in. Hell yes, I'm in. I'm in, Coach. And just like that, the Kekambas were born. Well, again, ish. Baseball is never gonna be the same. This is the wildest team baseball has ever seen. The fiery ace with nothing to lose. The slugger hunted by 3,000 hits. The speedster who steals more than just bases. The girl who never stopped believing there's no crying in baseball. The wild thing who plays by his own rules. And a 47-year-old rookie. The craziest cast of characters, thrown together in the craziest of ways, join the major leagues and see if they can indeed win the ship. This is not just a rebuild. This is a revolution.
In a world where champions are made, one man defied all odds on the gridiron. Rookie of the Year, NFL rushing record, Super Bowl champion, and MVP. From the creators of From Ballers to the Bears, comes a story no one asked for, but everyone secretly wanted. Carl McDowell is back, but this time he's trading touchdowns for home runs. New team, new sport, same old-ass guy. From ballers to the big leagues.
Dion, Tay, Carl, come look at this.